Combat Down Under here with the number 9th ranked featherweight in the world, Stephy Lee Cutting. Steffi, let's get straight into it. You got a big fight coming up November 7th against Mariah Turner. What do you make of her as an opponent, and how's camp going?
Camp's going really well. It's tracking along actually great. Mariah as an opponent, she's fit and she's strong, and I think it's just I'm excited. It's going to be a great matchup.
Yeah. And this is going to be your first fight that's scheduled for 10 rounds. What are you going to do differently in your training camp to prepare yourself to potentially go the full 10?
Well, I'm hoping it doesn't go the full 10. No, we're going to put in the extra rounds.
Yeah.
I'll add in a few extra sessions. But yeah, I'm hoping it doesn't go the full 10.
Yeah, of course.
We don't get paid for overtime, do we?
Let's backtrack a bit. What amazes me about you is that you only started training, you only turned pro about 2.5 years ago. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, and you've had all this success in such a short amount of time. Why did you first start training in boxing, and what do you believe has made you have all this success?
I first started training just for fitness, and then I just fell in love with it. And I started off with my friend Sarah Howard, who held some pads and stuff, and she was an amazing athlete. So I always kind of looked up to her and just loved the sport. And then I did some training with my best friend, Sugar Neeks, and I just fell in love with it. So, yeah.
Had you done any sort of martial arts training before?
I did, actually. I did a few kickboxing amateurs, but I found I just wanted to throw hands. So after the 2 fights, we decided let's just jump straight into the pros. And I did some training with the pros, and then I just thought, why not just jump in and give it a crack? Yeah.
And did you have any fighters who you idolised growing up?
I did, actually. I always, it's the typical Mike Tyson. I love Mike Tyson, and I've always looked up to him, and Tyson Fury. I love how he had that comeback from his depression and stuff. And Canelo's one of my favourites. But
unfortunately, the loss.
And I was wrong. I was wrong with that. Bloody hell.
Yeah. And because you started the sport so late, did you have many doubters throughout your career? And I don't mean from people within the boxing community, but more so people you had like a more personal relationship with.
There's always doubters everywhere, but I like to use that as fuel. So, but I wouldn't say doubters. I would say people close to me were concerned, because they were like, Steph, like, these people have been doing it for so long, and you're starting late. You can't just go jumping in there with the 8-ounce gloves and doing that. But I just, again, use that as fuel, and I love to prove people wrong, and I just want to keep doing that.
Yeah, cool. And what sort of message would you give to someone who's experiencing similar things, maybe a pro boxer, or even just someone who has high career aspirations in their day job? What advice would you give?
Advice, I would just say always back yourself. If you believe you can do it, just throw yourself in the deep end like I did. Surround yourself with a good team of people that you trust, and just give it a crack, because if you don't try, you'll never know. And the one thing with me is I just never want to look back and think, what if? So just jump in the deep end, everyone. Jump in, learn how to swim, and if it goes anything like it's going with me, you'll swim. It's
ripper advice. Is there any particular athletic ability that you have which you believe has helped you bridge that gap compared to someone who's been training for many years?
I did play high-level girls football, so I've always had a bit of athletic ability, but I think it's just more my personality of I just refuse to give up, and the harder the challenge, the higher I rise, and that's another thing that I'm excited about with this next fight, November 7th. I would say she is the hardest opponent of my career so far. I've had a few tricky southpaws, like when I won the Australian title, that had its own challenges and stuff. But the 10-round fight, that's another thing that's going to challenge me. But it just excites me.
Yeah. Awesome. And so you made your pro debut about 2.5 years ago. You won the Australian title about a year ago, roughly a year and a half after your pro debut. What was that feeling like when the announcer read out "and knew"?
Yeah, that's I think that's the highlight of my career so far. Yeah. Just that belt, becoming an Australian champion, means a lot. A lot of things are happening behind the scenes in that camp. Like I had a few deaths, and it was like a few things going on. So it did mean a lot when I heard those words, and I put in a lot of hard yards at camp. So it just was just like, yes.
Yeah. And you were in Thailand earlier this year.
Yes.
You had a fight there. Did you go there specifically for that fight, or did it just kind of happen?
It just kind of happened. We did some training.
Yeah.
I love training in the heat.
Yeah.
I got engaged, and then I thought, why not jump in while I'm over there and tick a few boxes, get engaged, have a fight, do some training, punch some people in the head. It's just a win-win. It was good.
Always fun. And what would you say that are some of the things that you learnt from training in Thailand that you think will benefit you for your upcoming fights?
It's hot, and I think it's going to be hot in November in the summer, so that is conditioning me for the heat.
Yeah.
But my opponent was tough and ate a lot of my punches, so I think Mariah will take a lot of my punches too. So I think that would have got me used to preparing me for November, but I don't know, any rounds is good rounds in the bank, so it's just it's all just learning for me. As you said, I didn't have an amateur career, so any rounds is beneficial for me.
So let's come back to your upcoming fight, Mariah Turner. She's ranked number 12. She's main evented shows. She was just on a Jaya Pattaya undercard. Where do you think you can get her?
Where will I get her? I can't give away all of my secrets, but she is tough. Yeah. But I'm also tough. Yeah. So I think I'm going to be a little bit tough on Mariah. Sorry. But I'm excited for the 10 rounds because I haven't really been able to show too much of my boxing ability that I've been learning with Luke and the team. Yeah. So let's just leave it there. Yeah.
And what are some of your goals that you want to accomplish in your career?
So my goals are just to focus on Mariah and taking her out, getting that IBF international belt, which I'm number 9 in the world, which will put me to hopefully number 2. And then the world title shot early next year, hopefully. Yeah.
Last one for me. Does a potential fight with Skye Nicolson down the line interest you? She's fought at featherweight most of her career. I think that would be a huge fight for women's boxing in Australia. Would that interest you?
I have a lot of respect for Skye. She's got a lot of fights under her belt. She's on a different path to me, I think, at the moment. She's even dropped down to a weight division. When she gets the fight back and the belt back from, what's the American girl's name again? Tiara Brown?
No idea.
It's Tiara Brown. She's fighting today. And if I get the IBF belt early next year, which I hope that's the plan, maybe I'll have something she'll want. But maybe our paths will cross. But I've got a lot of respect for Skye. She's a really good boxer. Yeah.
Steffi, thank you very much for your time. Good luck for your fight, November 7th. And where can people get tickets?
You can get tickets through me. Contact me on Stephy Lee Cutting on my Instagram. And some new news is going to drop next week, so everyone keep an eye out.
Thank you very much, Steffi. You're the man. You're the woman.
We'll have to recut that one. Fucking hell, we fucked that one up, didn't we?